best way to deal with a bully, I would say, and how I overcame it, was I strengthened myself. I didn't want their words to affect me anymore. And people say that, sticks and stones might break my bones, but words will never hurt me. It's a lie. It's a big, fat, huge, ginormous, gigantic lie. Words are powerful, and they are very, very painful when used in the wrong way. When certain words are said, it sticks. It sticks to you. Being hurt by physical objects, those wounds will heal and the scars will disappear over time. But when it comes to being hurt by words, those wounds, if not taken care of and if not treated, will last a lifetime, and it will sting just as much if it happened yesterday, even if you are 10 years into the future. So it's a lie when people tell you that words don't hurt. They do hurt. They hurt a lot. People fail to realize that words are very powerful, whether they are negative or positive. My words right now that I'm speaking are very positive, and it may impact somebody. My words may help somebody, may empower somebody to stand up to their bully. Words are powerful, and I learned to strengthen myself and not let what other people say about me or what they think about me to not affect me. And that took a while, a long time, because I had to take those words that were shot at me, that were thrown at me like rocks. I had to take those words that when they were said to me, I had to tell myself the exact opposite of what they were saying to me. I had to say to myself, they're calling me ugly, then I'm beautiful. They're calling me stupid, then I'm smart. They're calling me fat. Well, they're just pointing out the obvious. I mean, I dealt with my bullies by disarming them, actually. By disarming their words. It got to the point when people called me fat and ugly that I used to tell them they shouldn't talk about themselves. People will start to wonder. And, having them hear that, it kind of shocked them. They're like, what? And I usually say that and then I walk away. It got to the point where people stopped saying things to me. They stopped saying, at least stopped saying it to my face. And when they stopped saying it to my face, I didn't care if they talked about me behind my back. I didn't. People will talk about you to the day that they die. To the day that you die, and then probably even sometime after that. You can't stop people from thinking what they think and saying what they want to say, because just like you have your free will to do what you want to do, they have their free will to do what they want to do as well. Disarming a bully is easy when you can disarm their words, when their words no longer affect you. It is an everyday process. You can't just say, if they call you ugly and stupid, you can't just say one day, I'm beautiful and smart, and just think that, every single day after that is going to be awesome. Having a bully, some days there are victories, some days there are losses. It is a battle, but it is not a battle that can't be won. If you want to prove them wrong, to prove that you are worthy and that you are wonderful and that you are awesome, you have to first prove it to yourself. Because if you believe something about yourself, everyone else will believe it. That is both in the negative and in the positive. If you believe that you are stupid and that you are ugly and that you are worthless, people will believe that too. But if you believe that you are smart and gorgeous and you have so much ahead of you that nothing will stop you from getting it, people will believe it too. Perception, it's all about perception. What you perceive in your life is what is law to you. If you believe everything that this person who knows honestly nothing about you, then what they're saying will become your reality. If you believe the words that they are saying, you will become those words. So if you want to get rid of your bully and get to the point when they say those mean things to you, they call you a slut, they call you stupid, they call you ugly, they call you a monster, you know, they call you these horrible names. If you want to get to the point where it doesn't hurt, you have to believe that what they're saying is not true. That it's not you that they're talking about. They're not talking about you. They're talking about themselves. They're talking about the pain that they're feeling. They are talking about the issues that they are dealing with. To a person being victimized by a bully is a threat, is a monster, is someone who's evil. But they are people too. They are living, breathing, dysfunctional people. And by giving into them, you're giving them power. Eleanor Roosevelt once said that no one can make you feel inferior unless you give them consent. I was sick and tired of feeling inferior and feeling like I was nothing and like I was worthless. I was sick and tired of that feeling. And I said, I'm not going to deal with this anymore. I'm not going to allow this person who, honestly, if you step back from the situation and you look, the things that they are saying to you don't apply to you. They aren't true. You're not stupid. Okay, yeah, you might not be a genius, but you're not stupid. You may not be super duper beautiful, gorgeous, you know, whatever, however definition of beautiful they think, but you're beautiful in your own right. You're gorgeous in your own right. You know, you may not be a whore or a slut or any of these other awful words. That doesn't apply to you. I mean, look at yourself. Look at who you are as a person. If what they are saying to you doesn't apply to you, then those words have no real effect. People used to say a whole lot of things about me. I used to get talked about behind my back all the time. And I still do. Bullying, honestly, it doesn't stop until the bully decides to deal with their own problems. Bullying comes in all shapes, sizes, forms, ages. It doesn't matter if you are 10 years old in elementary school or 17 years old in high school or 27-year-old working in a company. Bullying doesn't stop. People will find a reason not to like you. And They will make sure you know that they don't like you. But it is up to you to decide whether you want that to affect you. People are going to have their negative opinions. They are going to complain, and they are going to not like you. They're going to not like anything, actually. It is up to you to decide on whether or not you are going to let it affect you. Standing up for yourself is important. It is a lifelong skill to stand up for yourself and what you believe in. It is a skill that people learn early on. It is a skill that some people don't learn until they're way older. But nonetheless, it's a skill. It is something that has to be honed. People don't just wake up one day and they are strong and they stand up for what they believe in. Everyone has gone through some sort of struggle, some sort of bullying, where they had two options. They can either stay there and continue to be bullied and be scared, or they could stand up and say, no more. I will not let your words affect me. I will not tolerate your behavior towards me. If you have a problem with me, that's none of my business. I mean, honestly, it's really none of your business. If somebody doesn't like you or someone has a problem with you, it's not your business. It's their issue, not yours. I mean, it's harsh and blunt, but it's the truth. What someone else thinks of you is none of your business. It's really not. And if you go through life thinking that, it would be a whole lot easier. A whole lot easier. So my tips to you in what you should do is that, one, you should strengthen yourself. Look at the words and what they're saying to you, and if they don't apply to you, they're not talking about you. Strengthen yourself to the point where the words that they say to you, they don't hurt anymore, because you know it's not true and you know it's not you. And if you feel like those words that they're saying to you does apply to you, then find out who you are really as a person. What makes this person who probably knows nothing about you, really, honestly, probably does not know who you really are in the core of your heart? Who are they to tell you who you are? Only you know who you really are. Everyone in the world can speculate, have their own theories about who you are, but only you know the truth. Only you do. So look at that. Look at, who am I as a person? I know who I am as a person. I know exactly the person that I am. And if those same people who used to bully me in school were to come to me now and to say the same things they said to me when I was a little girl, it wouldn't faze me, because I know who I am and I know what they're saying is a lie, and I know that they're saying it out of their own hurt and out of their own pain. The second thing to do is to realize that your bully is a victim as well. They're a victim to their own pain. They're a victim to their own suffering. And they're trying to find a way to not deal with it by taking it out on other people. And if you look at your bully as a person and not necessarily as a heartless monster, you can begin to understand. And when you begin to understand, you are on the right path to forgiving. And the forgiveness is the third thing that you should do, because that third thing is very important. Forgiveness is not for the person. You're not saying to the person, I forgive you and it's okay for you to continue your actions in hurting me. No. Forgiveness is not for them, it's for you. Because there are people who hold on to their bullies for the rest of their lives. They could have been bullied in high school, and 25, 30 years later, they are still holding on to that bully. That person grew up, got work, probably got married, had kids, had a happy life, and is living somewhere else, but you're still holding on to what they did to you when you were 17 years old. the forgiveness is for you to move on and release that pain so that you can live a happy life. And the fourth thing is that strength is very important. But the strongest person is the person who understands the problem, who sees the problem and does not run away from it, but deals with it head on. That is the definition of a strong person. A strong person stands up to an obstacle, stands up to a problem, and rectifies it. Does not hide from it, does not hide it, does not run away from it. Those are qualities of a weaker person. And if you want to become a strong person, then it is very necessary for you to stand up. The fifth thing is that suicide is not an option. I know my next statement is going to get some backlash, and I can already feel the comments, but suicide is a coward's way out. It is a very brave thing to do, but it is a cowardly option to choose. It is a permanent decision. It is a permanent solution. There is no coming back from a suicide. There is no coming back from death. There isn't. Once it is done, it is done. If you believe that there is a higher plane and you can look down on your life and you have some wisdom about, I could have just done this. You can't come back from it. There is no, I can just go back if no. There is no coming back. Once you are dead, you are dead. If you are long gone, you are long gone. There are some instances when during suicide, many parents or friends or whomever comes into the home and they find their children, in a near-death state. And then they call the ambulance and they can save them. But that's not always the truth. That's not always, the norm that happens. Suicide is very serious. Very, very, very serious. And it is the coward's way out of a situation. Your life is precious. You were born for a reason. No matter how many people, bullies you have, and they tell you that you are worthless, that you shouldn't even have been born, it is not true. You were born for a reason. You were given life for a reason. And that person who says that you were born for no reason, that you have no purpose, that you are worthless, that's what they think about themselves. Because someone else told them that and they believed it. And they see something special in you that they want you to believe it. They want you to believe that you're worthless just like they believe it. Because they saw something wonderful in you that they didn't have. That they did have probably at some point, but somebody blew out their candle. So now they want to blow out yours. Now they want to dull your shine. Now they want to keep you down and keep you at their level. Because people only tear other people down if they are higher than them. And you are higher than this person who's bullying you. In their eyes, you are better than them at something.